はい、お待たせしました。レイブです。続きやっていきます。ということで、さっきちょっとすぐ再開したんですけど、速攻バグで止まりましてね、フリーズしまして。もう困っちゃいますね、このゲーム。終わらせどころもないしね。いや、ショーン結局どうなっちゃうんだろう、あれ。とりあえずちょっとね、ドロシーの二の舞をやった気がするけど、進めてみてですな。いや、ショーン死んでほしくないな、個人的に。結構好きだったんだけどな。そしてバグで落ちたんで、ちょっと近くのコンビニでお菓子を買ってきたんで、ちょっとボリボリ音がするかもしれないけど、それは許してね。で、コントロールの充電も始めたんで、問題なしです。さっきの動画なんだかんだ4時間ぐらいやってたんだね。2時間ぐらいで切りたいイメージなんですけど、なんだかんだ4時間経ってました。やっぱこういうオープンワールドゲーは時間泥棒ですな。特にこれね、話聞いてる時間が長いからね。橋渡っていけばいいのか。こっちか。未だに丸ボタンを押したがる。さっきこの先で戦闘やってたらフリーズしちゃったんすよ。あ？どこにいんだ？相手してる暇はねえんじゃ。さて、どんどん進めていきたいけどな、ストーリー。なんだかんだね、サブクエまでね、やりたくなっちゃうタイプなんで、私。すぐ寄り道しちゃうから。そう、ここのね、敵を倒してたらね、フリーズしちゃったんすよ。痛い痛い。さよなら。おっと、炎痛いな、相変わらず。よし、オッケー。あと20メーター。あ、ここだ。
29 Pretty Orchard Street. This is it. What's in there for me? There's been a fight here.
お、血の跡が。あ、カレンダー。なんかすごいことになってるけど、血。いただけるもんはいただいていきますね。こっから出てった。
This window was shattered with violent force. Someone's been pulled through it and dragged through the street. Who could
そ
have
んな
done
感じ？
that?
うん。
Where does this blood trail lead?
うん。
It's locked.
ピッチャーセンスすげえな。ここまでは来たことあるな。いった。腕が燃えとる。ジョナサン、腕が燃えとる。 とりあえず弱いやつから。やばっ、こっちじゃない、お前。よいしょおいしょ。やめて、やばい、死ぬ。いやマジでね、あの人やめてって感じなの。ああ、危ねえ。ほんとピンチになるよね、このでかいやつ。ほんと気抜くと死ぬ。そこ調べる前に取って。あ、ネズミちゃん。
I can't believe I'm doing this.
え、死体？え、やばない？
Her shoes and clothes are quite worn out. The marks on this woman's neck were made by the fangs of a vampire. This is the very flower my mother tossed on Mary's coffin. Someone is targeting my family.
なんか明らかジョナサンのなんかね。
Only a golden watch in her pockets.
そのままにしておく。I see you。なんかいた。怖っ。
Right then. It's a sick game, but given no choice in the matter.
何、急にホラーですか？やめてくださいよ。もうああいうさ、ささやくような女の声もサイコブレイクでだいぶトラウマなんだから。よりによってホワイトチャペルかい。あ、でも入ったことないとこ来た。うわー、怖え。ジョナサン、誰だよ。誰だよ、どこだよ。ジョナサン、ジョナサンってヴァンパイアもので呼ばれるとさ、ジョナサン・ハーカーを思い出すよね。あの3人のドラキュラ伯爵の手下がめっちゃジョナサンって言いながら襲ってくるさ、絵を思い出すよね。深刻ブラックウォール・フォーバーグ。ああ、この辺のことそういうエリアって呼ぶの？え、めっちゃ飛んでんじゃん。飛んでんだ、あいつも。あっちか。ストーンブリッジ墓地。墓地に来たな。やば。え、こんな惨殺できる敵んとこ行くの？やばない？ジョナサン死んじゃうよ、あなた。 なんか急にショーンの件片付いたら急に全然違う話になっちゃったな。あ、ジョセフがどっからどう行くんだっけ。こっちか。いや、やめてジョセフ殺さないで、私のお気に入りちゃん。もう名前ってだけでお気に入りなんだから、ジョセフは。おいおい。おいおいおい。急にホラーしなくていいよ。ジョセフ殺さないで。もうジョセフという名前の時点で死ななきゃいけない感じなのか。まだ生きてる。
You, what have you done?
Vicar Larrabee, what happened?
Demon, hell scourge, son of perdition.
Vicar. Jonathan's no demon. He's just a soul, returned from the dead.
メアリー？あ、メアリー？
Mary, is it really you?
Oh, it's me, all right. Precious brother.
What is Mother doing here?
I'm gathering the family for a final reunion. All smiling, all dead. Thanks to the good Dr. Reed.
Mary.
Mother, say hello to your son.
Hello, Jonathan.
Mother,
What do we have here, Mother? The prodigal son has lost his tongue. Our Jonathan always had the first and last word at dinner. The entertainer, the
ま
star
さ
of
かの
our
妹
show.
が敵として出てくるのか。
Shut up. It's my turn to do the talking. I have this
字幕が
nasty
遅い。
hole in my chest, Johnny. It needs to breathe.
Of course. You can speak.
My prayers went so long without an answer. My husband, killed in France. My child, carried away by the flu. My brother promising to return in his letters, then disappearing in thin air. I went from hospital to hospital. Cemetery to cemetery. Grave to grave. I've lifted every stone in London, searching for an end to the nightmare. And there you were, in front of me, on a dark pier.
The hunger had taken me.
The joy to have finally found you. I longed for your arms, a final happy ending to so much tragedy, to tell me all would be well again, as you did when we were children. It was this filthy dock where you greeted your sister. I dug a tunnel from my grave with my fingers and teeth.
Mary. I thought I had murdered you. I tried to end myself. We've been through the same horror.
We are a disease, Jonathan. A sickness that corrupts all it touches. All we kiss, and all we kill. Look at me. Admire your ilk.
I'm so sorry.
Apologies will not
謝って済むことじゃな
I
いよな。
demand reparation. I want a miracle. Are you a miracle worker, Dr. Reed? No? I'll show you mine then. The family Reed, reunited and complete.
ジョセフ関係
Living
なくね。
forever in a red sea of eternal love. Time to go, Mother. Say hello to my son for
Mary,
me.
wait. I have made friends with vital knowledge. Vampires. We are not alone, Mary. With time, we can learn to live almost as we lived before.
How long?
What?
How long will this masquerade continue? I've been watching you. All these nights in Whitechapel pretending you're still a doctor. You believe you're just fighting a disease. But it's you, the disease. Jonathan, you!
I'm a scientist. I'll find a solution. Let our mother go, please.
You're always the one to sway me to reason, Jonathan. But before, your motivations were always pure. Now you're tainted.
Let her go! She has no part to play in this.
Very well. Have you heard our good doctor? You can go home, Mother. Go home and rest in peace.
ショックで死んじゃうでしょ。
I'll go home and rest.
ああ、催眠かけてんのか。
It's so easy to make them obey or forget. Puppets for our pleasure. I've seen you have your fun.
You are mad.
So that's what I am, Doctor. Mad. I was beginning to wonder. I've been hearing these voices in my head. One in particular, that of my dead brother. This is the reason I must kill you. Not for your betrayal. Not for our poisonous kiss. Not even for the lies you tell yourself. No. It's so that smooth and wicked voice will stop ringing in my ear.
Mary. No, don't!
Time to die, brother. And this time for good.
何 ?VS メアリーですか？うっそー。何ワンパンマンちょっと待って、今何が起きた？そしてボタン普通に間違えた私。まさかの VS メアリー始まっちゃいました。いや、強すぎるでしょ。どっから？ほう。ブラッドが全然ない。これやばくね？まあちょっと試しにやってみるか。
Please help me! Abomination!
よし、いった。とりあえず最初はえ、ちょっと待って、何これ。これ食らっちゃいけない感じすんな、すごく。いや、強いんだけどメアリー。危ねえ。ちょっとブラッドをいい感じに溜めつつ、おっと。
What have you done?
やばいやばい。 あんまりパリーム狙わない方がいいかなこの人。
You killed me, bro. Rest in peace, monster.
あれ食らっちゃうとやばそうだよね。
You're a monster. Give me your blood, priest.
ダメダメマジか。
Final thoughts are just to die for.
ジョセフ食らわないようにしてたのに。
To me, Jonathan.
いや血が足らん。
Kinslayer.
向こうなんだと。
What have you done?
やばいやばい。ジョセフ死んじゃったよ。好きだったのに。
Kiss me again, sweet brother.
おっと。少しずつでも攻撃した方がいいな。
Rest in peace, monster.
おっと食らっちゃった。やばいやい。おいしょおいしょおいしょ。やばい。
Come to me.
おっと。
Kiss me again, sweet. I'll make you kneel like a dog, just as you did to Sean Hampton.
何ショーンハンプトンしたこと覚えてんの。
Rest in peace.
おっとやばい。やばいやばい。やばい。やばい。 ばい。
Come to me, Jonathan.
やばい。やばい。あー終わったー。あともうちょっとだったのに。いや最後結成使うのが間に合わなかった。悔しい。いや最初ブラッド全然ないの困るんだけど、本当にそれで全然難易度変わる。決戦もゼロ扱いだもんね。いやどうしよう。一旦帰ろうか。帰ろう。これはダメだ。痛いな。おいちょっとこれねえだろ。いや最悪。ちょっとイライラをこいつらにぶつけてたら反撃食らっちゃったよ。いやめんどくせえな戻るのマジで。マジでめんどい。まあジョセフ吸われちゃったしな。あれ吸われちゃうのかな。どうにかできないなあの人。いやもうめんどくさいめんどくさい。あんたたちの相手してらんない。いやここ行き止まりかよ。もうめんどいんだよあんたたちの相手。あんたたちまでリスポーンしなくていいからさ。ボタン間違えた。邪魔やだ。ああもう邪魔くせえなお前ら。なんでいちいちここで向き向くんだ。なんか全てがイライラしてくる。間違えた。集中力切れてきてんな。ボタン間違いすぎだな。はい。邪魔すんな。うわなんでこんないいんだよ。邪魔。 遠くから撃ってくるあいつが邪魔くさいんだよね。弱いくせに攻撃してくんじゃねえよ。いやー、今のメアリー戦マジで勝てたのにちょっと超悔しい。そして戻るのが超めんどくさい。はぁ、リスポーンしちゃうと倒した敵復活すっからね。それがまためんどくさいんだよね。ネズミどうでもいいや。あれこっちで合ってる？合ってるか。風邪ひき。あれ風邪ひき。
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
久しぶり。
Pepper, are you sure you want to leave this hospital?
To become a nurse was a little girl's dream. But in the end, I don't feel that useful. I want more. I want to make things change.
You should be proud of what you've achieved. This hospital represents hope for many people in need of help.
Maybe you're right. But at the moment, I feel like we're just a cemetery waiting room.
What steps are you prepared to take to feel more useful?
I don't know yet. My sister believes that the real fight is in the streets nowadays. Maybe she's right. Maybe this is what I must do.
And what about Milton Hooks? Does he share your point of view?
For Milton, any change means more comfort and more peace. I disagree.
If you feel that saving lives is not useful enough, perhaps it means that you've lost faith.
On the contrary, my faith has never been stronger. Maybe we are all just too proud to face up to the fact that science cannot compete with God.
Pepper, I know you're very close to Milton Hooks.
Yes, Milton Hooks is my man. If you want to report me for that, just feel free, Doctor.
いいね、変わ
I
ら
have
ず
no
気が強く
intention
て。
of reporting you, Nurse Hawkins. But are you aware of the risks?
The rules say I won't be allowed to work as a nurse anymore. But here at the Pembroke, we break rules all the time.
Is he
確か
worth
に。
the risk?
Hey, I'm no perfect woman, and Milton is not the finest bloke. But we do our best to get by. That's all any of us can hope for nowadays.
Do you need medical help yourself, Nurse?
I'm afraid I've contracted some illness, Dr. Reed.
Not under my watch, Nurse. Take this. You'll feel better.
Thank you, Dr. Reed.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
あと誰か風邪ひいてたっけ？あ、ニュートン。下のニュートンか。片頭痛の薬はないんだよね。とりあえずニュートンと、あと彼女がいるべ。あれ？いない。どこ行った？貴婦人。まあいいや、ニュートン。ニュートンどこ行った？あ、いるね。下にいるわ。
Hello again, Mr. Blight. I'm happy to see Mr. Thatcher is safe, for now.
I'm eternally grateful, Doctor. We were total strangers and you helped us anyway. Can't thank you enough, sir.
You are always welcome at the Pembroke Hospital. As a former officer, I'll be honored to welcome a fellow veteran.
I'm not giving up on bringing Oswald back to the hospital. I just need to convince him that he needs some help.
Perhaps he needs to reach that decision by himself.
Could you speak to him? He doesn't usually listen to doctors, but perhaps because you've been through it, you can talk him round.
今ミッションもらった？もしかして。
Why do you stay here now that Mr. Thatcher's back?
It's complicated. Since the war, Oswald's been really nervous with the idea of entering any hospital. And me, I've got my own issues.
Can you speak about them?
Rats, sir. Even seeing one,
ああ、ネズ
they
ミ
turn
ね。
me. Just want to run. It's that fear that stopped me from going after Oswald when he left.
What can you tell me about the war, Mr. Blight? If you want to speak about it, of course.
War was... Well, you know, sir. The stench of death everywhere. Your mates lying bleeding in the mud. Just praying to make it through and get home. Bloody nightmare.
Did you know Oswald Thatcher before the war?
No. We met in the battlefield. I think we're in the same boat to France. We've stuck together ever since.
ずいぶん仲がいいことで。
I fought in France, too. I served as a field surgeon. It was not uncommon to repel an assault, especially at night.
Yeah. The first time I was wounded, I had to protect the infirmary from hostiles. Twice.
What caused your phobia of rats, Newton?
It happened last year following an artillery attack. I was trapped for 2 days in a hole under 2 dead soldiers. And there were rats.
Go
だい
on.
ぶ刺
They
した。
started eating me as soon as I dozed. Gnawing at my ears, my fingers, lips.
やっぱそうだよね。
Couldn't call for help.
I see.
No, you don't. You have no idea what it is to wake up buried under bodies. Fucking vermin eating your flesh. Oswald. He found me and saved me.
なるほど
Do you need
ね。
medical attention, sir?
Afraid so. In the war, I was always worried about picking up something, getting some infection. Unfortunately, got that fear in London now.
Throughout history, some diseases have done more damage to armies than any weapon created by man. You were wise to be careful.
You're working at the Pembroke Hospital, aren't you? That's a good enough reason for me and Oswald to go there.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
カメラ。
Hello again, Mr. Thatcher. Do you feel any better now?
Yes, this neighborhood may stink of dog shit and reek of piss, but to me it smells like the purest mountain air.
Do you want to talk about why you have this fear of being enclosed, Mr. Thatcher?
No, I really don't.
An irrational fear like yours is usually rooted in a specific event. Perhaps it would help to talk about it.
Well, Doctor, take a guess then if you're so interested in my case.
When I rescued you, you expressed joy at seeing the sky again. So I'm inclined to believe you were trapped or buried somehow. Maybe during a shelling.
Jeez, you're good, Doc.
おお、当た
You're
り。
really
やっ
good.
た。
Go on, please. Tell me more about it.
Newton and I were trapped in a circulation tunnel after an artillery attack. We were buried alive for several days without ever knowing if we'd be found.
Oswald, tell me about what happened when you were buried in that tunnel with Newton.
It was more than dark. It was black as pitch. Hours seemed like days, and days like months. The terror, the shameful thoughts. Lord have mercy.
Shameful
自殺かな？
thoughts. Tell me about them.
At some point, I don't remember which day, but when I thought we'd never be rescued, that this would be our end, I thought about...
Say it, Mr. Thatcher. If you ever want to heal, you have to say it.
I thought about what I could do to survive. Just for a few more days.
ああ、殺して食べるってことか。
I thought about killing Newton. Killing and eating him. The man I fucking love.
What you endured was terrifying. It would have completely destroyed weaker men.
It did not destroy Newton.
こいつらゲイな
Tell
の
me
か？
about your true feelings for Newton.
I love him. I'm not ashamed to say it. He's the best thing that ever happened to me. I can't imagine life without him.
どういう愛してるなんだろう。
I admire your honesty. It takes courage to stand up to society. The world needs people like you to create change.
Courage is what we needed in the trenches, looking death in the face every day. I speak plain. I speak my mind.
Have you always been this straightforward?
All I know is, before you saved me by the sewer, my only regret was I wouldn't be able to hold or kiss Newton again.
ああ、やっぱり
That's all.
ガチで恋だ。ゲイなんだ。
Why should you be ashamed?
I'm not, I said. But Newton sees it differently.
ああ、片思いなわけね。
Mr. Thatcher, do you have a job?
No. Since I came back from the war, I spent most of my time and energy just trying to forget.
I understand what you mean. I was a soldier too.
No. Nobody can truly understand what I've gone through.
Why were you locked in that sewer? What happened?
I went by the canal after an argument with a friend. Got chased by these fucking wankers and had to barricade myself in, despite my claustrophobia.
Why did you run? What was the reason for your argument?
Newton wanted me to go to a hospital, but I can't stand being closed in. Makes me feel like I'm suffocating.
Tell me about your claustrophobia. Has anyone given you an official diagnosis?
That's what the bloody doctor said. But I don't want to go to a hospital to get checked again. I'll deal with it my own way.
なるほどね。
Oswald, why did you not go to the Pembroke Hospital to seek medical help?
I don't trust doctors. All they care about was their careers and processes. I won't be locked in any room again by anyone.
Your fear of being trapped is not going to go away by itself. You need professional help.
I've seen enough butchers in white coats to last a lifetime. Hospitals reek of chemicals and death. What I need is fresh air.
なるほど。
Goodbye, Mr. Thatcher. Try to take care of yourself.
ニュートンどこ行った？あれニュートンどこ行った？いた。
Hello again, Mr. Blight.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. You doing your rounds as usual?
多分、ああ、聞けるね。
You and Oswald were buried alive during the war. Tell me about it.
Yeah. It was last summer. A shell hit our trench and we were buried for a week.
Oswald seemed far more traumatized than you by the event.
It wasn't the first time it happened to me. Surviving it again gave me strength. You believe that?
How did you survive for a week?
Luckily for us, there were rations and water in the tunnel. It was an outpost, see? Since then, Oswald's not keen on being inside for too long.
How do you feel about Oswald, Thatcher? You are more than friends, aren't you?
I love him.
ああ、そう
I
そう
love
愛じゃん。
Oswald. We knew we wouldn't survive the war without each other. But I am terrified, Doctor.
What frightens you so much?
What if people find out? Oswald says I'm ashamed, but it ain't that. It's
こ
more,
の時
well,
代はね。
you know. I never thought I'd love a man.
Enjoy your love. And enjoy life as long as you can, Mr. Blight. Don't let anyone tell you who you should love or how you should love them.
I appreciate your kind words, sir. But it
まあ
ain't
そうだよ
that
な。
easy. It's also new to me.
Goodbye, Mr. Blight. Take care of yourself.
ここ恋人同士だったんだ。意外。ということで、経験値稼ぎ、経験値稼ぎ。あと風邪ひきはおらんか、風邪ひきは。 あ、やってるやってる。行くぞ。ああ、レディアスベリここにいるね。さて、この二人の秘密は何ですか？
How can I be sure I'll not find your unconscious body in the house again?
I promise you, you'll not find my unconscious body.
For God's sake, how can you say such a thing?
How can you refuse to listen? I tried to warn you for so long.
No, I won't let my only son die. You promised me you'll stay alive.
Your son lied to you, like the whole world lies to us.
二重人格？ああ、自殺行為。まあちょっと聞き出せるかもな。
It is good to see you again, Jonathan. How are you?
I'm better than one might expect, Lady Ashbury. Dr. Swansea has asked me to investigate the recent disturbances in the hospital caused by skulls.
Really? What do you mean?
I discovered the most intriguing skull. An elderly woman answering to the name of Old Bridget, and a man who helps them remain hidden in London.
Old Bridget? Peculiar name, I've never
知
heard
ら
of
ないんだ、
her.
レディアシュベリ。
According to Old Bridget, skulls can lead a peaceful existence like us. They are even able to nourish themselves by feeding on corpses and the flesh of the dead.
How vile. Please, Jonathan, let's change the subject.
やっぱこれ血飲ませない方が良かったやつじゃね？
Skulls of London have gone into hiding. Both mortals and immortals plot their extermination.
Yes. Skulls are the orphans of the Vampire Society. They are the shame of their genitors, a disgrace to the vampire that created them.
There is something ominous closing around me, Lady Ashbury. Something spies upon me from the shadows. Something cruel and wicked.
Whatever do you mean, Jonathan?
メアリーだろう、多分。
If Sean Hampton and Harriet were not the guilty parties, then who? I saw the bodies and the blood.
Your rebirth has not gone unnoticed, Jonathan. Be extremely careful. If you get in the way of an immortal's plans...
Do you suspect someone?
I don't know, Jonathan. I steer clear of vampire politics, especially whilst hunters roam the city's streets.
Goodbye for now, my lady.
Another night with the glorious battalion of Pembroke.
あとはエドガ。
Jonathan, at last. I've been worried sick. Have you solved the case of our poor Sean Hampton?
Don't worry, Edgar. The reputation of Pembroke Hospital is secure. Sean Hampton was not the guilty party.
Is that true? Oh, good news. Good news indeed.
相変わらずもう気楽だな、この人は。
Does the name Old Bridget ring any bells?
I'd never heard of her. Why? A patient of ours? I must confess, I don't know them all.
No, it's just someone I recently met. A fascinating woman. I had thought that perhaps...
By the stole, Jonathan, you've met another vampire. I would appreciate an introduction if that's the case.
I found Harriet Jones. She's much the same old, embittered woman she was, only she's been made a skull. Her transformation did not go well.
Incredible. Why not bring her here? We could learn so much by
本当に
studying
研
her
究とかそういうこ
condition.
としか
It
考
would
え
be
てねえな。
fascinating.
危険すぎるよ。
I doubt that. She can barely move. Perhaps we could learn more about the degeneration of skulls.
Perhaps. But she could also belong to a new species. We know so little of the laws that dictate vampire reproduction.
Were there any studies made by your order on the subject?
Not that I'm aware of. I will transmit your discovery to the Brotherhood's primate. He will be delighted.
What do you know of the Ascalon Club?
Not as much as I would like. There have always been rumors about a secret society of vampires operating in the interests of the British Empire, though I've never met a member.
I crossed paths with one, a terrifying creature going by the name of Fergal. He was sent by the Ascalon Club to exterminate the skulls of the East End.
By the stole, Jonathan. If vampires are eliminating their own progeny, then dark times are upon us. Darker than I've ever witnessed.
Do you think Lady Ashbury would know of them?
Jonathan, our beloved lady is not one for social dalliances, nor the assemblies of dark orders. She's a woman of superior taste and selective acquaintance.
A pleasure as always, Edgar.
結局この会話聞いても経験値はもらえないんだな。サブクエは全部やっちゃったよね。じゃあ普通にちょっと待って。あれ風邪薬、あ、渡したよね。この人どこにいるか知らんし、まあリチャード・ニコルセット今度でも大丈夫だろう。オッケー、寝よう。自分の部屋どっちだっけ？こっちだ。いやー、ジョセフ救えないのかな。
The flower's dying. It needs water.
どうやって水あげんのこれ。それがわからんのだよ。風邪薬ちょっと2個ぐらい増やしといて。あ、研究。あー、血清か。で、ここをこれに変更して。よし、じゃあレベル上げしましょうか。単純にね、ヘルスを上げた方がいいと思うんだよね。あとね、スタミナ1500バイト。アルティメット上げられない。タクティカルこれは使わないからよくて、これ上げた方がいいな。900。フラットの上限上げるか、 バイトのブラッドの吸収量上げるか迷うな。あ、血栓持ち運べる量上がるのいいな。で、あと500。いいや、これでいこう。血栓たくさんあった方がやっぱ戦いやすいから。あ、ショーンの事件話に出た。あなたがもしイーストエンドの港近くに住んだことがあるなら、ショーン・ハンプトンが誰であるかをご存知のはずだ。そうでなくても聞いたことぐらいはあるだろう。彼の名は希望を歌う歌として首都全体に広まり始めている。ショーンはハンプトン避難所の謙虚な創立者で、彼自身の手と熱意によって創立された。その建物はドーソン家の寛大な寄付である打ち捨てられた倉庫ではあるが、今やロンドンで最も有名な避難所として生まれ変わった。彼の屋根の下では貧しい者を飢えた者は歓迎され、彼の食事と手当、祈りを分け与えられる。ショーン・ハンプトンの生い立ちは悲劇だったが、その神聖の苦難は彼の深淵なる神への信頼を損なったり惑わせたりすることはなかった。もしあるとすれば、この誠実な男性が貧困の苦しみによって強い思いやりの心を手に入れたことぐらいだろう。彼の他者への愛情は港全体から見せを置いている。そうでないごく少数の者は衰弱した退役軍人や親を亡くした子供、病気の母親を目にして涙を流すショーの姿を目撃したことがないのだ。そうやって彼はイーストエンドの悲しみの聖人と呼ばれるようになった。ショーン・ハンプトンはシェルターに住まう者から非常に尊敬されている。たとえそれが悲しみの聖人が不明の病気にかかって長期間休業を余儀なくされ、その間彼の庇護のもとにある人々が食事から遠ざけられた後であっても、またロンドンの他の地区では公共の場で誰かが咳をしただけで周囲の人が大急ぎでその人物から距離を取るような状況だっても、ハンプトンの避難所では誰もが受け入れられ、食事と眠りを与えられる。そこはイーストエンドの港で最も安全な場所なのだ。建物は薄汚く見えるし、周囲の悪臭は繊細な者にとってはひどいものだが、そこには希望と愛がある。そして死者の数はそう多くなく、このところは安定している。行方不明にはなってないぞ。大丈夫かなこれ。健康状態になったね、港は。ショーンは大丈夫なのかな。うん、病院も健康状態になったね。ホワイトチャペルはやっぱ彼女がいなくなっちゃったせいでちょっと深刻ですね。風が2人か。オッケー。ショーンは大丈夫そう。一応で、血栓4個持ってるからもう作っていこう。オッケー。じゃあメアリー倒しに行くか。あれ、ホワイトチャペル通りこっちじゃない気がする。まあいいか、ホワイトチャペルから行くか。風邪ひいてる人をちょっと助けてあげないとね。強くなったね。楽勝やわ。 まあいいや、先に行くか。
Watch out! Fuck, he's fast!
殴るパワーが上がりすぎて血吸う前に殺してしまう。痛いな。いやー、レベル上げ大事だね。だいぶ楽だわ。
God help! Please help me!
Killed me, brother!
いや、ちょっと待てや。慌てすぎや、私。やばい、一気に食らってしまった。
Rest in peace, monster. You left me to rot.
おっと危ねー。ちょやばい。
Come to me, Jonathan. Give me your
ダ
blood,
メ。
priest.
やっぱ彼女があそこ行っちゃうとダメなんだな。
Final thoughts are just to die for.
マジで回復されんのほんと嫌なんだけど。ちょっと
Kiss me again, sweet brother.
やっぱダメだな、普通に攻撃した。
You've killed me, brother. What have you done?
おっとうっそ、今の当たってないの？
Abomination.
いや、必殺技外れた。
Rest in peace, monster.
悲しすぎる。スタミナが足らん。
Come to me, Jonathan.
嘘でしょ。
Kiss me again, sweet brother.
やだ。おっと。おっと。
Come to me, Jonathan. I'll make you kneel
何
like
本
a
気モー
dog,
ド
just
や
as
め
you
て。
did to Sean Hampton.
え、また外した？ちょっと待って。
Rest in peace.
必殺技外れすぎだから。あ、やばい。これはやばい。やばいやばい。慌てるな慌てるな。
What have you done?
よし、オッケー。
Well, brother, it's time to bring this conversation to an end forever.
You know I will not play this game.
Calm now, Doctor. Like a rabid dog. Or think you're performing an autopsy.
Don't be ridiculous.
I'll kill them all. The kind Dr. Swansea. The sweet little lass with hair of red. I am the Harbinger, bringing your punishment.
Mary.
Don't you see? This is not me. Flesh that never ages. All nightmare, no dream. Bring it to a close. Let me sleep.
アーサーとなんだっけ、アーサーと誰か名前忘れた。
I will find a cure, Mary. I swear it.
Then, at last, I can forgive you.
いやー、ジョセフも死んじゃったんだけど助けたかったな。 ああ、動かす感じ。いやー、大変でした、メアリー。トロフィーを獲得しました。メアリー万歳。数日経っちゃったけど、大丈夫？いや、ジョセフ死んじゃったの悲しみなんだけど、こっちのジョセフも死ぬんかいみたいな。お気に入りちゃんが、
Blood. As I shed one last red tear for my fallen sister, I realize the entire world now revolves around this singular word. The epidemic that has stricken London is not the Spanish flu. It is transmitted through the blood, via violent biting, turning survivors into frenzied immortals. I am Dr. Jonathan Reed. I am a vampire, born anew into an age of death and pestilence. While plotting factions close in around me, I am sworn to find the source of this epidemic. I am convinced greater perils are still to come. I know the answers I seek are hiding in our blood.
Hi. チャプター4になりました。リア・シュベリンの正体。あなたと緊急でお話したいことがあり、この手紙一刻も早くお手元に届くことを願っています。ウェストエンドでは状況が目まぐるしく進行していて、現在私たちは皆非常に危険な状態にあると確信しています。ガード・オブ・ブリレンがロンドンでグレートハントを開始したの。彼らはこの数番活発に調べ回って居場所を特定できたイーコンを殺しています。アスカロンクラブのチェアマンレッドグレイブ卿がつい最近私に接触してきました。彼はあなたに早急に会いたいそうよ。いつでもご都合の良い夜に私の家においでいただきたいのに、これらのことを話し合わなければなりません。公的な通行許可証を同封します。これがあれば私の町の至るところにある隔離線やバリケードを越えられますわ。はい。オッケーオッケー。まあ、結成とかできるだけ作っておきましょう。ここ行けばいいのね。オッケー。街の状況は特に変わってない感じか。うん。 なんか急展開って感じだな。急に普通に強いんですけど。本当？何かいんの？いや、頑張って戦って怪物くん。まあいいや、ほっとこ。あれ、なんでいけないの？あ、いけてる。あ、まただ。
You must prepare, child, for the earth is bleeding and the harvest is upon us.
Stay away, whoever you are.
This is no time for petty quarrels, my champion. Can you not hear? The famished queen has awoken.
増えた女王？
I am not your champion.
But of course you are, son. As surely as you are the blood of my blood.
I had to kill Mary.
I have known your pain, child. Do not succumb to...
Silence! I dismiss you, now!
The land calls for a champion. All and everyone needs you.
Silence!
なんで人ぶってん
Tired
だ？
of all these puppet shows.
悪い人なのかいい人なのか分かんなくなってきたぞ。ん？
They want war. I'll show them war.
Whatever this poor woman did, nobody deserves this kind of punishment.
治安悪くね？
Fuck, it's fast. I'll set.
何と戦ってんの？ああ、イーコン。ブラッド・イーコン。
You'll pay for that.
いや、イーコン敵なのかな？あ、敵ですね。ブラッド・イーコンって何？弾薬は本当に使わないからいらないんだよな。
I cannot enter.
ここか。
So this is where she lives. What a splendid house.
確かに。しかもエリア変更ですか？そんだけ広いんだ。すげえな。
Dr. Reed, welcome. How are you?
As good as one can be, considering the circumstances.
Yes. Death and affliction seem prevailing themes of late. Please, come in. We have much to discuss.
I hope I haven't disturbed you.
Not at all. Actually, I was counting on you visiting me tonight.
How strange, this painting. Beautiful, melancholic, yet with a haunting dignity.
Indeed. A long time ago, a friend asked me to paint this for him. But I kept it in the end.
I did not know you were a painter, my lady.
There are many things you do not know about me, young Ekon.
Please, call me Jonathan.
Please excuse my behavior, Jonathan. I tend to tease my friends when uneasy.
What is bothering you, my lady? Your letter was quite alarming.
We will talk about this in a few minutes. For now, I would like you to tell me about yourself. How have you been since we last met, my friend?
My sister Mary. She was made a vampire in the same way I was. She was the one killing all those people everywhere I went.
Vengeance is a powerful force for those betrayed. Made vampire through careless error. Victims by surprise.
In the end, she implored me to put an end to her misery. But still, I felt I had taken her life twice.
I am so sorry for my accidental cruelty. Had I known your dear Mary was still alive, I would never have sent you to pray for her soul in that church.
There is no need to apologize, my lady. Your words have been most helpful in these difficult times.
Thank you, my friend. If only we could have guided your poor sister through her terrible nightmare.
I swear I did not intend that. If only I had known then how vampires are created.
That is the scientist speaking. In truth, most of us do not know how it really works. Personally, I make sure my prey will not return to haunt me.
What do you mean?
I am merciless, Jonathan. I only feed on the dying, and I make sure they are dead before leaving their remains.
I came to the conclusion that my maker, whoever he might be, must be a powerful vampire. Certainly extremely old.
How have you reached this conclusion?
I felt this power, radiating like an aura every time he appeared.
Most ancestral vampires of England were killed by the Guard of Prewen half a century ago. I wonder who your maker could be.
You have no idea who he could be?
Some of the Ancient Ones fled England. Some may still be in hiding. All I know is you, my friend, are a pawn in some secret and obscure game of chess.
He is the only immortal I've seen appear in an ethereal form. His voice, his words seemed ancient. It was disturbing.
I am afraid you are right. The simple fact that your blood made Mary such a strong Ekon proves that you must be of ancient lineage.
I think I should ask the questions, your ladyship. After all, it was you who invited me to settle this most urgent of matters.
Fair enough, Jonathan. The situation is critical. We do not have the luxury for etiquette.
Please do not misunderstand me. I would be delighted to discuss mundane matters and idle trivialities.
If we survive the dark nights to come, we shall have all the time in the world to speak, you and I. For now, please follow me, Jonathan.
I must say, Your house is exquisite.
One of the advantages of living forever is having the time to be selective with one's furnishings. I took the liberty of having tea served.
You can still drink tea.
Can't keep it down, but I do so enjoy the aroma. Let us toast to make-believe. And of course to your health, Jonathan.
And to yours, my lady.
いい雰囲気じゃないですか。飲めないんだね、やっぱ人間の食べ物飲み物は。
Please, call me Elizabeth.
So, my lady, why truly did you invite me here?
I've been asked to deliver an official invitation to meet the Ascalon Club.
Why use you to contact me?
Because they know we are close. The Ascalon Club has many spies. Their main occupation is gathering information and then deciding how to use it.
Have they threatened you in any way?
Not at all. Their message surprised me at first. But it is only logical, considering the critical situation in London.
Why not ask for your help? Since you are obviously a powerful and influential immortal yourself.
You have to understand that I am invisible to the eyes of Ascalon, for I am a woman. That suits me well, as long as they leave me alone.
女だから放ってかれるんだ。男性主義なの、アスカロンって。
Should I trust them?
Of course not. Do not misunderstand me. They can be very useful. But I believe their long-term goals differ from yours.
Why meet them then?
Because nothing truly important can be achieved in this city without their consent. They could be powerful allies in this current situation.
Should I lie to them?
We all lie, Jonathan. It falls to you to choose your behavior. The most important rule is to show them due respect.
Who are they? Really?
They are the embodiment of vampire law in Britain. Some say they influence the destiny of the Empire. Some believe they merely protect it.
Will they fight the guard of Priwen?
I doubt it. Fergal was Lord Redgrave's executioner forever and a day. By defeating that beast, you deprived them of a powerful weapon.
確かに。
How many are they?
Only a small number of powerful and deceitful immortals. All of them entangled in a sticky web of shadow cabinets, influencing trade.
They have done nothing but impede my investigations since I became known to them. Why would they want to see me now?
I guess they now see you as Ascalon material. They must have found out what happened to your sister. Proof of the potent blood flowing through your veins.
I'm not sure I can accept their invitation. I have seen their handiwork. How Fergal the Beast imposed the club's law.
You have no choice, Jonathan. Even I would not openly defy Lord Redgrave, the chairman of the Ascalon Club.
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave? Who is he?
Lord Redgrave is the founder and chairman of the Ascalon Club. Most mortals know him as the Earl of Bristol. He is rich and extremely influential.
Have you met him?
Only on rare occasions, for he never goes outside the club. And women are not awarded membership, even immortals.
へえ、やっぱ女ダメなんだ。
How long has he been a vampire?
Lord Redgrave claims to be the progeny of William Marshall, the most valiant knight who ever lived. If that is true, he could be very old.
How powerful is his reach?
The Ascalon Club may be the most influential secret society in England. Not all its members are immortals, but they are all very powerful.
They are not all immortals. How is that?
The club is mainly comprised of political figures who seek the safety and expansion of the Empire. The most loyal are awarded immortality.
Any familiar or famous names?
As the richest, most relentless British tycoon, Aloysius Dawson is considered ideal Ascalon material and has been watched for years.
ドーソン家って寄付したとこだよね確か。
If you are convinced I must meet him, I will heed your advice.
Thank you, Jonathan. I understand your reluctance to brush shoulders with London's vampire elite. But we have no choice.
Is the situation that critical?
Yes. The Guard of Prewen has called for a second great hunt of our kind. And they will stop at nothing to eliminate us.
Will the Guard of Prewen and the Ascalon Club fight each other?
I doubt it. If Prewen really launched a great hunt, I think most of the Ekons I know would flee the country to escape the bloodbath.
I think I saw them kill an Ekon on the way to your house. They seem to have a list with names.
To launch another great hunt, they must have collected intelligence on vampire identities and whereabouts. They are a resourceful lot.
Should we fight back? I will not be hunted down like an animal again.
I admire your courage, Jonathan. But the best way to fight them is to put an end to the epidemic. This is the only way to clear the air.
What is a great hunt?
The first great hunt was launched about 75 years ago. In just a few nights, the Guard of Prewen located and destroyed most of the old British vampires.
Why start a second one?
Prewen has always seen us immortals as a threat to mankind. My guess is they suspect one or more of us is the cause of the epidemic.
How did you survive the first hunt?
I fled, Jonathan. Like most vampires who survived that slaughter. And I secretly came back when I was sure they had lost my trail.
なるほどね。
You should flee then. Leave London, the country even. I have seen the Guard in action. They are merciless.
Your concern warms my heart, Jonathan. But fear not. If the situation gets too dangerous, I shall retreat to my secret Scottish manor. I could hide you in my luggage, if you wish.
Thank you for the offer. I shall keep it in mind, but I have much to do here. There is a question I must ask you. Could Lord Redgrave be my maker?
I doubt it. If Lord Redgrave had made you his progeny, he would not have seemed so surprised when you demonstrated the strength of your lineage.
まあ確かにね。
Will I ever discover the identity of my maker?
Maybe not, Jonathan. We know for sure you were made by a powerful vampire. But most of those fled England long ago.
You have no idea at all? You seem to know so many things about the secrets of the vampire underworld.
Even if I had my suspicions, I would not dare give you a name so soon. All I can say is this. I will make inquiries and keep you informed.
Please forgive my bluntness, but I have to ask. Was it you? Did you make me?
Oh, Jonathan. I know you shall always have a gnawing doubt about who made you an immortal. But I swear, I had nothing to do with it.
What is the plan?
The plan is we both try to save this city, you and I. Go to Ascalon, accept their proposition, and use their influence to promote your agenda.
What will you do?
I still have contacts and old friends in this town. I shall make some inquiries and attempt to learn more of the situation. We need clarity.
How can I save London?
The epidemic is the priority. You must find its origin and put an end to it. This is the best way to solve the crisis.
One day soon, I will have to find the answer to this mystery.
And I shall help you in your research, I promise. For now, you must go to the Ascalon Club and play their game.
Will I see you again at the Pembroke Hospital?
No, you will find me here if you need me. I shall conduct inquiries alone. and we can then share our discoveries.
Will you not visit Pembroke again?
No.
急になんかすごいご利用しするな、
attracting
ジョナさ
attention
ん。
to Pembroke Hospital for the time being.
But how will you sustain yourself?
I shall not, Jonathan. Fear not. I'm used to it.
When will we meet again?
As soon as you meet Lord Redgrave, I suppose. Fear not, my dear. I shall
何
only
恋し
be
ちゃ
a
った
heart's beat
なんか
away.
そんな感じなんだけど。
I want to thank you for all your support and your help, my lady.
Could you do me a last great favor?
My
And
lady.
call me Elizabeth.
I should be honored, my lady.
Then it is settled. Finally, some good news in these dark hours.
Thank you. I appreciate the advice. I had best prepare myself to meet this Lord Redgrave now.
How thrilling to meet the Earl of Bristol in the flesh, so to speak.
Something tells me you're not very keen on the man.
Don't get me wrong. The gentlemen of the Ascalon Club are honorable, but their attitude and opinions are somewhat antiquated.
I see.
As long as they deny access to female applicants, I will leave them to their antediluvian considerations as to the natural order of things. Jonathan, promise me you'll be careful.
Of course. But why the fear in your voice?
Look at me, Jonathan.
I am.
I mean, really look at me, young Ekon.
何
We
ロマン
may
ス
be
始まった
deceptive by nature, but this heart of mine has always told the truth.
Elizabeth.
Go, my friend. But come back to me soon.
何ちょっとしたロマンス始まってるこの二人の間に。なんかそういう空気すごい流れ始めたけど急に。やっぱそういうことなの？急展開だな。いや結局ジョセフのこととかも結局スルーか。あの人ねえ告白だけ聞いて戦いに巻き込まれ死んじゃって終わった。もうちょっといろいろ絡んでくるキャラだと思ったんだけどな。さて新しいダイアログあるんだけどどうしよう。またすぐ戻れるけどなんかそんな感じじゃないよな。
So, time to visit the Ascalon Club.
まあ行くだけ行くか先に。近いし。ん？こっちでいいんだよね。
It's locked, all right.
なんだと？北の港のこの下のルートを取れってことか。そしたら一回ちょっとめっちゃバトっとる。一旦戻ってうわあまたロードだ。忘れてた。 上にいるな。ん？いたいた。
Hello again, Jonathan. To what do I owe the pleasure of your visit?
Sorry to disturb you again, but could you spare me a few minutes?
Of course, my dear. Always a pleasure to speak with you.
Concerning your investigation.
Yes?
Are you truly seeking to identify my maker?
I cannot promise you anything, but yes. I am conducting some research of my own.
Do you think we shall ever see better days? Or at least...
やっぱりちょっとロマンス入ってる。
I know not, Jonathan. I have seen some horrid days in my long lifetime. Experience has taught me that one cannot outrun the fates.
おお、もう完全にロマンスじゃん。
Will you tell me your story one day, Lady Ashbury?
One of them, perhaps. I have had so many lives, Jonathan. Eternity may not be enough to relate them all.
When all of this is over, the war and the epidemic, we could leave the city for a while. Travel around Europe, you and I.
Traveling is always so complicated for us poor creatures of the night. But yes, I would be glad to travel the world with you, my dear.
何？イエス言ってもらったぞ。
Do you know if the epidemic has affected many people in the West End?
I confess I've been more concerned by events in the East End. The wealthy have more efficient ways of dealing with infection.
But this is no common epidemic.
That is true. I must tell my daughter to stay at home for a few days. But the girl is stubborn and fiercely independent. Much like her mother.
Goodbye, Elizabeth.
あ、ちゃんとエリザベス言う。エリザベス宅を勝手にいろいろ見て回るっていうね。いやー、いいお家。個人の日記。あー、長え。シャーロット・アシュベリー。あー、なんか娘いるっつってたね、今。いや、出よう。で、あとはエドガンとこ戻って。 めちゃくちゃ敵だらけなんだけど。ひどいね。とりあえず病院に戻って。怪物も増えて、怪物 VS 彼らみたいな感じになってる。みんな健康でよろしい。
Hello, Jonathan. Back from the city already? How is the situation over there?
Tense, to say the least.
I am sure every obstacle will cede to your relentless determination. In the meantime, can I be of any help?
What can you tell me about Lord Redgrave?
Oh, the legendary founder of the Ascalon Club. I'm afraid I cannot help you with that, Jonathan.
So you do know him?
All the Brotherhood knows about him is highly confidential. He is dangerously intimate with the royal family and Britain's inner circles.
Are you afraid of him? Is he that dangerous?
No, but since most ancient vampires were killed or fled England during the Great Hunt of 1850, he may be the oldest British vampire. A myth in the flesh, so to speak.
生きる神話。よいしょ。
Did you know that Lady Ashbury is an artist? And rather a good one?
Well, actually, yes. I attended an exhibition of her paintings before the war. Beautiful landscapes and stunning portraits. I wish I had purchased one.
Perhaps we could go to her next exhibition, you and I.
What a beautiful idea, Jonathan. Did you know she told me once she had been a model for famous painters? But she never told me which ones.
What can you tell me about the Great Hunt?
A sad story, my dear friend. Tragic, in fact. The Brotherhood was betrayed by some of its most trusted members.
Why was it a tragedy?
Not only did the Guard of Prewen hunt down and kill most ancient vampires of England, they also destroyed or confiscated their possessions. Priceless knowledge was lost in just a few nights.
Tell me about the betrayal.
The founders of the Guard of Prewen stole precious and unique documents and reports from the Brotherhood's library when they left. They used them to identify and locate their next targets.
I shall return later. Thank you, Edgar.
XP めっちゃあるな。まあ港寄りつつ行くか。あれなんか今あった。気のせいか。
Yes, my friend.
間違えた。ちゃうよ。
I shall return later. Thank you, Edgar.
扉開けようとしただけやねん。こっちか。
There's one of them!
はい、バトっててください。忙しいですね、獣退治。あ、こっちじゃねえや。間違えた。まあこっちからでも行けなくはないか。でも港行きたいからこっち。
Turn or crush the leech, boys.
多すぎでは？
Steady, boys. We've got one of them here.
で、こっちじゃなくてあれ？このメンツはみんな健康そうだね。うん、大丈夫。港誰かいたっけ？あ、全然余裕やん。問題ここだよね。ああ、回復しに行ってあげないと壊滅的になるなこれ。あれもな、ホワイトチャペル遠いわ。ウエストエンド行ってから行くか。ホワイトチャペルここ抜けられないかな。あ、とりあえず行ってみよう。うん。なんかでかいのいるね。やば。スルー。怪物だらけやな。どこまで追いかけてくるね。素早いスカル。こいつぐらい倒しとくか。あ、待って、フリーズした。マジかよ。ちょっとさすがにここでフリーズ嫌なんだけど。 これどうしようもないのマジで。はあ。いや、フリーズ多すぎでしょ。じゃあ一旦ここで配信終了にしますね。またフリーズしちゃったんで。ではゲーム落とします。